Welcome to the biggest news concerning film and TV series. Here are the topics you can look forward to. Hot candidate for the role of Voldemort in the new Harry Potter series. Start of filming for the Batman 2 with Bond actor. Wild news about the next Jason Bourne movie. Plus, there's finally an update on Matrix 5. All this and much more now in the KinoCheck news. There's currently a heated debate about one name of the new Harry Potter series, Voldemort. Or rather, everyone who is wondering who will play him. Now there's hot news about who's at the top of HBO's wish list. And at the same time, there's been a clear rejection from an actor who many fans had hoped for. That actor is Cillian Murphy. Former Voldemort actor Ralph Fiennes himself had thrown his name into the ring and named him as a suitable successor. But now Murphy has commented on the rumors and issued a clear rejection. Quote, "I categorically deny that." Can you use that as the headline? So Murphy seems to be out of the race. But who will portray the Dark Lord then? According to insider Daniel Rickman, HBO has a clear favorite, and he's no stranger either. Paul Bettany. The actor is best known for his role in the MCU, but he's also looking back on a long and successful career. Now, it's unclear when the cast of Voldemort will be announced. There's even speculation that the creators want to wait until the series launches in 2027. An unveiling at the end of the first season would certainly be a big moment that would spark a lot of discussion. Who would be the perfect new cast for the role in your opinion? Write your ideas in the comments. Finally, filming for the Batman 2 will begin at the end of May. Numerous stars are already on board, including Scarlett Johansson and Sebastian Stan as Gilda and Harvey Dent. But one important role is still vacant: Harvey's alcoholic father, Christopher. That could change soon. According to World of Real, none other than Daniel Craig is now in talks for the role. Should he turn down the offer, Liam Neeson is considered a possible replacement candidate. Obviously, they want a big name for the role. Brad Pitt and Stellan Skarsgård have also been offered it. There are increasing indications that the plot will be based on the comic The Long Halloween. Director Matt Reeves has already hinted that the story will be heavily influenced by a serial killer. At the same time, the antagonist is said to be a character who has never appeared in a live-action film in the Batman series before. The current cinema release date also roughly coincides with Halloween. The Batman 2 is scheduled to be released on October 1st, 2027. The cast of Sonic 4 continues to grow. Cult actor Ben Kingsley has now reportedly been cast in a previously unknown role. But one thing is certain, big names like this are rarely cast in small supporting roles. Insider Jeff Sneider even refers to him as a key role. So the question is, which character will Kingsley play? Will he lend his voice to a CGI character? Or will he appear as a human character? The works on the next adventure of the iconic Blue Hedgehog have already started. Director Jeff Fowler shared a first picture from the set of Sonic the Hedgehog 4. It shows the famous Pico Pico hammer, Amy Rose's iconic weapon. A few weeks ago, it was confirmed that she'll be voiced by Frozen star Kristen Bell. The theatrical release of Sonic 4 is scheduled for March 19th, 2027. Who do you think Ben Kingsley will play? Maybe it's even a new villain in the series, which would be necessary if Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik is gone for good this time. A vital sign from Matrix 5. The film was announced 2 years ago, but since then, it's been surprisingly quiet around the project. Now, director and screenwriter Drew Goddard confirms that he's still working on the new sequel. Quote, "I'm sitting in my writing cave and working on the story. I don't know how long, but as soon as I come out of there, I'll have news to report." The statement shows that Warner Brothers Film Studio is apparently still sticking to its plans for Matrix 5. Details about the plot are still unknown, but the intention is to remain faithful to the original, but also expand the Matrix universe. Whether Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, or Lawrence Fishburne will be involved is written in the stars. However, it seems likely that the fifth film will attempt a fresh start with new characters. After all, Matrix Resurrections received a rather mixed reception from audiences. We'll keep you posted. There's no other way to put it. The trailer of the week is definitely Scary Movie 6. The view counts are spectacular, and your comments speak for themselves. This is exactly what the world needed. Finally, a chance to laugh out loud again, without holding back. Just like back in the 2000s when the series began. To be honest, we wouldn't be surprised if the film easily beats the box office results of Scream 7. We're already excited for the next trailer. Of course, the fastest way to see it is to get the KinoCheck app. That way, you're guaranteed not to miss any news about Scary Movie 6. A new Jason Bourne movie, but with a major change. The sequel has been in the making for a while, but now Hollywood insider Jeff Sneider has revealed in his podcast that production will actually happen without Matt Damon. At the beginning of 2026, the actor had expressed optimism, but also caution. He said he hoped for a sequel, but that it would be complicated to make that happen. The previous drafts of the script had not convinced him to reprise the role of Jason Bourne, and that's how it seems to have stayed. It looks like the franchise will simply continue without him. This is risky. In 2012, an attempt to continue the franchise without Matt Damon was already made. However, the film starring Jeremy Renner in the lead role was not really convincing. So, as a result, the next installment, titled Jason Bourne, celebrated the return of the title hero in 2016. What do you think? Would you be interested in another Bourne movie without Matt Damon? News from Westeros. The Game of Thrones movie is making progress. It's now been announced that Beau Willimon, author of the Star Wars series Andor, will write the screenplay. The story will center on Aegon Targaryen, who conquered the Seven Kingdoms and united them into one empire around 300 years before the events of Game of Thrones took place. Aegon's campaigns, in particular, are set to play a central role in the film adaptation. However, there's potential for confusion. HBO has also been working on a series about Aegon for quite some time. According to the website The Hollywood Reporter, HBO and Warner Brothers are apparently pursuing a strategy of developing both projects simultaneously. In the end, a decision as to which version will actually be produced will then be made. G.I. Joe is back. 2 new stories from the iconic action franchise are in the works. Danny McBride, a comedian who's known to many from his films with Seth Rogen, is responsible for the first film. At the same time, screenwriter Max Landis is working on his own project in the G.I. Joe universe. According to The Hollywood Reporter, both scripts will ultimately be merged into one. Deadline, on the other hand, reports that they are 2 separate projects. So it remains to be seen who will be proven right in the end. The 2 previous G.I. Joe films grossed around $680 million worldwide. They starred, among others, Bruce Willis, Dwayne Johnson, and Channing Tatum. The spin-off Snake Eyes followed in 2021. However, the spin-off was a huge flop at the box office, grossing only $40 million. We hope you enjoyed some of the news. Which news did you like the most? And as always, we look forward to seeing your comments, your likes, and seeing you again in the next video. And in case you missed it, here's more news that is sure to pique your interest. The next big name for the God of War series. Ed Skrein will take on the role of Baldur. The actor has plenty of experience in demanding action roles, and that will be surely needed for God of War. Baldur is Odin's youngest son and is considered an absolute force of nature. He attacks his opponents with overwhelming physical strength and seems unstoppable. And the rest of the cast is impressive too. Sons of Anarchy star Ryan Hurst will play Kratos, while newcomer Calum Vinson will portray his son. Also confirmed are Teresa Palmer as Sif, Max Parker as Heimdall, Mandy Patinkin as Odin, and Oliver Dari Olafsson as the God of Thunder, Thor. Although there's no official release date for Season 1 yet, Amazon seems to be highly invested in this project. A second season of God of War has already been confirmed. Is Marvel planning another Avengers movie? For some time now, there have been strong indications that Avengers Secret Wars will be split into 2 movies. One will be released in December 2027 as already announced, but Marvel has also scheduled a currently untitled release for December 2028, which would be a fitting time for a second part. Well-connected Hollywood insider Daniel Rickman had also previously reported on such considerations. And according to him, Marvel wants to wait and see how Doomsday performs before officially announcing a 2-part release for Secret Wars. But now there's been strong opposition from another insider. Jeff Sneider stated that there are currently no serious plans for Avengers 7, although Part 6 will likely have a longer running time. There are several reasons to rule out plans for 2 feature films. A sudden decision to split the story into 2 parts would require major revisions to the plot. This would involve additional marketing campaigns and promotional tours, with a cast whose schedules are already packed years in advance. Another decisive factor? The stars' wages. Marvel is said to have invested over $100 million for Robert Downey Jr.'s return. and that's not including profit sharing. Subsequent negotiations would entail enormous additional costs. Besides, everything points to Marvel wanting to kick off its new MCU phase in 2028. Delaying the finale of the multiverse saga to the end of the year doesn't make much sense. So, while a 7th Avengers film will eventually happen, a release in December 2028 seems quite unlikely. New leaks about the next Jurassic World movie. According to the website World of Real, these concern the title of the upcoming blockbuster sequel. Apparently, it'll be called Jurassic World Liberation. This sounds very much as if the dinosaurs might be released back onto the mainland. The previous installment, Rebirth, was mostly set on an island and grossed over $800 million at the box office. That said, there haven't been any official announcements about the sequel yet. But rumor has it that they're planning to keep on working with director Gareth Edwards and the cast, which includes Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali. A possible release date is currently being considered for June 9th, 2028. We're still waiting for a statement from Universal Pictures. However, given the success of the previous film, it would be odd if the studio were to change the formula for success. What do you think? Should they continue the same approach as in the last film? Or should they try something new? We'd love to hear your thoughts.